Hello and welcome back to Geran Reaver vs Baldur's Gate 3. We are in Moonrise Towers, and last time I set a goblin free, and I'm probably going to have to deal with that now. But before I speak to Zrel and find out in what way I'm in trouble, I noticed that there is a book here I missed. Recruiting Gnolls. Though gnolls verge upon being brute beasts who cannot follow orders couched in even the simplest terms, they can fulfill one important role in an army such as the one we are building, that of vanguard shock troops. Howling gnoll berserkers can be sent ahead in a frontal assault to absorb defenders' spells and missile volleys, exhausting our enemy's ammunition before the arrival of the organised phalanxes of our less savage troops. Accordingly, Ragslin's hobgoblin rangers are hereby detached to the wilderness to track down gnoll war packs, capture each pack's flinned leader, and bring them back in good condition to Moonrise Towers for tadpoling. The flinns can then be returned to their war packs, where we can count on the rank and file to follow the orders of their leaders, who will be loyal to the Absolute. 6 such packs should meet our needs, see to it. Okay, interesting. Right, go on then, tell me off for disregarding, like, don't give me the choice if you don't want me to act on my choice, you know?
General Thorm's prayers and preparations must not be disturbed. The rooftop is off limits to everyone.
Even you, Disciple Zrel?
Everyone. Keep watch and ensure that nobody passes. Excellent timing, true soul.
Thank you.
The goblins. Tell me how they suffered. No, better yet, show me.
Her mind enters yours abruptly,
Oof.
flickering across your memories in a blaze of excitement. She sees the goblins walking free, and a burning rage fans across your mind like wildfire.
Explain yourself.
When you say the words, do what you want with them, set them free, kill them, I don't care, don't then be like, what, you let them free? God, I'm so annoyed, you must explain yourself. Dead, they're a waste, free, they spread the word of the Absolute, they won't get far, let the curse take them. You said I could do whatever I wanted. I mean, that's what I should say. Sorry, that's what I want to say, but it's not what I should say. Deception, obviously. I get a +5. Dead, they're a waste. Free, they spread the word of the Absolute. I'll take guidance. Oh no! Oh, that's bad. Reroll. 26. Much better.
Very pragmatic, but very boring. Let's see if there's anything interesting in this brain of yours.
Uh-oh.
She parts the folds of your mind again, touching your wants and hopes, tasting them. Every emotion soaks into her mind's palate. But there is purpose to her exploration.
Uh-oh.
She is searching for proof of your faith.
Distract with thoughts of your aching for Karlach. Distract with thoughts of your romantic desires. Fake it, fill your mind with love for the Absolute. Distracted by drawing her towards your hunger for power. Overwhelm her by unleashing a wave of hatred as you prepare to attack. Let's see, I've got +5 for persuasion or +5 for deception. I think, given that Karlach is right there, I don't know, do they feel that sort of thing? I mean, the word aching. The word aching is appealing to me here, so I'm going to go with that one. Distract with thoughts of your aching for Karlach. This might not work. 19.
She is formidable. But how many days of passion will you get out of her? How many nights? The Absolute will give you something that can last. With the Absolute, your fantasies can become more real than flesh. The pleasures of the mind can surpass those of the body. I have already been blessed to stand in her presence. It was bliss. She gave me everything I wanted.
Show me the power? That sounds dangerous to say. Good for you. How do I get what I want? Everything. What exactly do you want? Well, I'm glad that did work. I'm not going to say that it's out of character for Eve to ache for Karlach. Everything? What exactly do you want?
To take without asking, to feel without doubting, and to kill without consequence.
I'm hidden behind you.
In a word, freedom.
That's a little abstract. Show me something real. Sounds good. How do I get what I want? Freedom. Your only purpose is to serve Ketheric in the Absolute. That sounds... Yeah. Don't prod the bear when the bear is sort of letting you off with it, you know? Sounds good. How do I get what I want?
By serving General Thorm. I have a mission for you.
That's it. Play along. The closer you can get to the General, the closer you'll be to the answers you seek.
I live to serve. What do I need to do? Oh, do you? I have a price. And what should I serve? Thorm? Is it true? Yeah, don't ask either of those. I live to serve. What do I need to do?
There is a relic that General Thorm requires.
No.
He sent his most trusted advisor, disciple Balthazar, to retrieve it. The relic is beneath the Thorm family mausoleum. That is where you will find Balthazar.
Yeah, he's dead.
But we have lost contact with him. Go there. Aid Balthazar if you can. And bring the relic home.
I already met Balthazar. Understood, I'm ready to head out. What if Balthazar's dead? What is the relic? You said you lost contact. What do you mean? Always better to find out what they know before saying, like, if I'm like, oh yeah, I already met him, he was perfectly fine, he definitely wasn't dead, I didn't murder him for murdering his mother. I don't know why you'd even say that. You said you lost contact. What do you mean?
And I accompanied him.
Oh.
It was destroyed shortly after he left Moonrise.
Oh.
Hardly a surprise. We're protected here, but outside the shadows are hungry.
Well, those eyes aren't massively precise. Because if they're feeding information back to Ketheric or Zrel, I have destroyed a lot of them. What if Balthazar's dead?
Death would not silence Balthazar for long. But dead or alive, he is lost. Whatever has become of him, it is the relic that matters.
What exactly was this relic he was sent to retrieve?
It is something that General Thorm desires, and that he has ordered us to retrieve. That is all you need to know.
Well, if I need to find
She's
it...
suddenly nervous, on edge. Talking about the relic makes her anxious.
Oh, do I want to press it? I suppose. Talking of this relic makes you anxious. Why is that? 18. Oh, I don't know if I'll get this. No, it's not worth using inspiration on her. I was on the fence about saying it at all.
I don't get anxious, I get impatient. You have your mission.
Understood. I'm ready to head out.
The shadows around the mausoleum are deep and hungry. You'll need a moon lantern to survive them. Take one from Balthazar's chambers.
Yay!
But don't pry. The last person who snooped into his secrets lost their head. I believe he uses it as a chamber pot.
That's a bit fucked up, man. Clear conscience. Balthazar's room key. Clear conscience. Successfully lied to Zrel about the fate of the goblins. Huh. Clear conscience. Interesting. But yay.
Waste a step.
I get access to the higher floors. I really thought it would be go to see Balthazar before you gain access, but no. I've been allowed to walk up here. I'm gonna meet people and stuff. So, where am I now? There's... Oh yeah, to the left. Yeah, this is the Rhodesia that was briefly spoken to downstairs by what's her name?
It is not your time yet, Blessed One. The rooftop chapel is reserved for the General's private contemplation, save for those he chooses to ascend.
This must be the place. We have to get inside.
I've heard those lucky few come back changed. Let me pass on a true soul, and how is one chosen? I've heard that those lucky few come back changed.
You are already changed, true soul. Hearing her voice is what brought you here. But above, you will stand in her very presence. Such an honor requires more. Disciple Zrel has given you a chance to earn that honor.
Prove you're worthy, reach for her tadpole. And if I choose to go anyway, and what's with the skeletons? What's with the skeletons? Does the Absolute dabble in necromancy now?
Her design does not end at the grave, Blessed One. You will serve whether you ascend or fall, and I find use for even the fallen. I hope that is some comfort to you.
Cool. Terrifying, but cool. And that's the way up then. Okay. What is over here? Oh, this is the room. Yep, with the ogre. Another absolute outfit. Send that to camp. A little gift. Marcus. I assume no explanation is needed for just how rare these appendages are, and I trust you shall make good use of them. You have a golden opportunity to please the general. Do not squander it. Access to the unwilling donor has proven difficult since the harvesting, but if I am afforded the opportunity, I shall pass along the gratitude. Weird and creepy. I'm glad he's dead. I'm glad I murdered him really, really hard in the face. Beheading the bitter roots. The Grimforge region is an important choke point, as it controls access to the Moonrise Towers via the Underdark. Grimforge is occupied by the Dwagar Bitterroot clan. Though not numerous, they are a band of tough combatants and could prove inconvenient obstacles. They must be neutralized. Accordingly, let a team of Orins crack doppelganger assassins be assigned to the task of killing King Guerdon, the monarch of the Bitterroot clan. After the assassination, the team is to gather his head and especially his crown and ensure that both are hurled into the fathomless depths. Unable to crown a new king, they will fracture into quarrelling subclans, the leaders of which can be tadpoled. Hello, Gluric.
You can pass. In the name of the salute.
Yeah, the salute. What's through door number this one? It is... this bit. Hello.
Seen the view out west from the terrace? All those beasts camped under one banner. That's the Absolute's power. The General's power.
Mm-hmm. Quite.
Hey, Trousseau. What's the word?
The bird.
Armies gathered outside. The General giving us marching orders.
Yes. Jump off the balcony. He says you can fly. Keep it yourself, but the General's advisor is missing. Wise soldier, you have somewhere to be. The plan will unfold in good time. Ooh. Keep it yourself, but the General's advisor is missing.
The Necromancer? The General won't leave one of his own behind. He might be the Absolute's chosen now, but he's still a soldier at heart.
Okay, so that's confirmed that Balthazar is the advisor, not the winged man. A heavy chest. With some glod. Ooh, a missive from Ketheric, which is marked as red, so I can't read it. No word from Balthazar. Oh, this is Zrel's place. Yeah, I can't touch any of this. And presumably I can't go in there either, because that's marked as red. So I can only go straight into Balthazar's. So, do I have to assume that Zevlor, Moll, and the Grand Duke are all upstairs? I'm sort of running out of options here. They want me to go find the relic, but I can't go further with the relic until I've completed the quests here. Looking at my quests, going through them, I need to go to the Shadowfell and find the relic. I don't want to do that. I've decided not to do that. I'm still on the fence about that one. That one I don't think I can do. That one I need to get to Baldur's Gate. That one I need to get to Baldur's Gate. That one I need to get near Baldur's Gate. That's the same as the main one. The Grand Duke, Zevlor and Moll, I don't know. The Blood of Lathander, I think I'm going to have to leave that. I don't want to, but at the same time I can't see a way to do it, and I don't want to look it up. Search the Cellar, I don't really know what this one is, because we have the book. I have no idea, so I'm going to assume that's either bugged or done. That's the Shadowfell. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing with Karlach's story. That is the same as the Grand Duke. Oh no, it's not. This is Zariel's asset from Moonrise Towers. That is Baldur's Gate. That is Baldur's Gate. And that is, that's like the main thing. Okay, I am going to very quickly pop back to camp Because someone suggested I get Gale.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
Oh. Oh! The night song sounded useful. Could it save you from the orb's detonation? Interesting. The night song sounded useful. Could it save you from the orb's detonation?
Alas, no. The charm Elminster granted me requires my death as the spark that will light the orb's fuse. Making myself invulnerable, immortal, or in any other fashion unkillable would render it useless. And gods only know what it might do to the orb itself. Still, I see no harm in learning what we can about this night song. And if we manage to find it, the harm will be all Ketheric's. So, well worth indulging our curiosity.
Interesting. Hey, so I told someone today that I was aching for you. Just want to mention that.
Darling?
In my years as the Blade, I've witnessed countless cruelties, faced unimaginable evil. But Thorm, he is made of pure hate. The Sword Coast will rejoice when the bastard's fallen. My father is somewhere in this tower. I won't leave him in Thorm's hands. And lest we forget, we've a devil to rescue.
No!
2 missions, 1 destination.
We're not rescuing a devil. Like, I don't know why you think we're going to rescue a devil. The word of your contract is that you hunt them down. It does not say you have to save them. It does not say you have to follow the specifics of what Mizora says. Unless you could tell me otherwise, we're killing the devil, and Mizora can just go suck an egg. Any idea where we'll find Duke Ravengard now that we've reached Moonrise?
Not in a mere prison cell, certainly. My guess, Thorm will have confined him in the bowels of the tower. The deeper we dig, the closer we get.
Okay. Interesting. I've no earthly idea how to reach the bowels of the tower. I saw it. I saw that there were others. Don't know how to get to them. So it seems Ketheric Thorm did all he did for his daughter Isabel. Almost understandable.
That almost is doing a great deal of heavy lifting. That man changes allegiances more frequently than a courtesan changes their bedsheets.
Wow.
At least he's proof you can turn from Shah and live to tell the tale. Though some may not call that living.
Interesting. That's a very interesting thing for her to say. That is a very interesting thing to her to say. She has considered or is actively considering turning from Shah. Cool.
I've always felt flames to be a rather perfect expression of love, Karlach.
Wow.
Passionate, primal, capable of bestowing the most life-affirming comfort, or inflicting the profoundest damage.
That's pretty nice. Never thought about it like that. But now I will.
I mean, incredibly fitting for even Karlach, frankly. Like, if there are any 2 characters who are going to have fire and love be intrinsically connected, phew. What was I going to do? Oh yes, Balthazar's Chambers. In we go.
Better not be
Let's just shut the door behind us. And let's just pop in here, because someone suggested that this is Netherese magic in particular. It was mentioned that it was Netherese. And of course Gale likes Netherese stuff. Anything to say about the ritual circle?
A ritual circle? Judging by the shadow sigils inscribed, it was used in the creation of Balthazar's moon lanterns. Though its power is weakened, you could still use the shattered pixies Balthazar discarded to craft one final lantern. Not to repel the shadows, but to wield them. Mystra forbids the use of such magic. She would insist the sigils be destroyed, the circle's evil dissipated. But she is not here, and you are.
I mean, that sounds fascinating, but I mean, I don't like the way that's flickering. But are you seriously saying to Gale, who's like, I am going to sacrifice my life to make Mystra happy? Oh, what, you want me to defy Mistra's teachings? I mean, she's not here right now, is she? Yeah, we're just going to erase the shadow sigils.
It doesn't take much. The sigils fade, the circle's tainted magic dissolving harmlessly into the ether. For the briefest moment, you feel the touch of a reassuring hand on your shoulder. Mystra has noted your service.
Oh, cool. I can talk to him. But am I supposed to believe that she wouldn't have noticed if we'd used it? It's like, oh, well, she's not here now. I mean, she's aware of what you're doing anyway, but she's not here right now, is she?
Did you feel that? I wasn't surrounded on all sides by the darkness of the Shadow-cursed lands. I'd think it was Mystra herself brushing against my skin.
Well, you'd know. I felt it too. It's like my skin became charged, more alive. I didn't notice anything. She's not speaking to you, Gale. I doubt she'll come to give your arm a stroke. She can't enter the Shadow-cursed lands. I didn't notice anything.
Oh. I had no idea you were so insensitive. No. Don't feel disheartened.
Fuck you.
Very few are capable of attuning themselves to what I just experienced.
Fuck you, Gale.
A state of affairs Mystra prefers, in all honesty.
Fuck you, Gale.
She's left some tiny part of herself to watch over me, I think. A boon to help us reach the heart of the Absolute in one piece.
Yeah, fuck you, Gale. I was trying to be nice, and you're like, well, I am more sensitive and aware and important than you are, so, you know, it's completely understandable that you're oblivious to the things I notice as such a genius. Fuck you, Gale. I was being nice. Ignore her, she's trying to manipulate you, unless the boon involves saving you. Given all we're up against, I'm grateful for the help. Given all we're up against, I'm grateful for the help.
Strange, though, that she would reward me for such a service now. She's hardly been forthcoming on that front since my banishment. Perhaps I'm overthinking things. A blessing's a blessing, and this one should come in most useful.
So what is it? Gale is advanced on concentration checks. Cool. Helpful. I'm wondering if I can go through here. Also, there's another corpse here. Am I allowed out here? Hello? Am I allowed out here?
You're stopped by a guard.
Ooh.
It seems your presence here is forbidden.
Try to talk your way out, convince them you belong, pay them 2,500 to forget, or pay them 10,000 to get in. Try to convince them you belong here. It's me, your old friend Eve. You wouldn't shut the door on a friend. That uniform of yours will make a very tasteful body bag. Better acts if I'm allowed to be here rather than admit you let me get this far. I literally took one step out of a thing. I think deception is probably better. Yeah. It's me, your old friend Eve. You wouldn't shut the door on a friend, would you? 22. Yikes. Oh my god. Alright.
If your intention was to make things worse, you certainly succeeded.
I'm just going to reload, because I literally took one step out, and all he has to do is say, nope, you're not allowed out here, and just, sorry, and then you just back up again. I wonder, can I read the missive? No. It's red to even read it. Okay. Hi, Z'rell.
The tower doesn't stink like an overstuffed cemetery. Which means Balthazar hasn't returned. So why are you here instead of out there looking for him?
No reason. Bye-bye. Okay. I think the choice here is murder everybody in the tower or go and get the night song. So I think I have to go get the night song. I don't really like the idea of getting it and coming back and handing it over. Well, I'm definitely not handing it over, you know. Alright, let's see if there's anything else I can get from these people before I go. Let's see, Gale has a new cloak. It doesn't really match. I might see about it on Lae'zel instead. Looking at the map, and I don't like to use sort of map markers as quest stuff, there are no more quest indicators in Moonrise. Everything is leading back to the mausoleum. I'm back here. Ooh. What did it say? How did it phrase it?
You stand before the mysterious mace once more.
I do.
This mace must be the legendary Blood of Lathander. The amber is said to contain the blood of the Morning Lord himself.
Reach in and take the mace or leave the mace where it is. Reach in and take it.
You feel your patron's presence nearby. It hums with an unfamiliar anxiety. Taking such a holy weapon would be diabolical indeed, but the consequences... disastrous.
I don't know. I don't know how to interpret that. Why would it be diabolical to take a holy weapon? Because it's stealing from a god? But surely you take it to use it, which would be a holy thing. I mean, from like Eve's patron's perspective, this represents essentially his imprisonment. I've talked before about how Eve and Ayla is a high priestess of Pelor that is represented by Lathander in this game, and she has worked to keep the devil that is Eve's patron imprisoned inside a silver orb basically all her life, or a large portion of her life. Like, she was about 24 when she started that, and she's been doing it long enough for Eve to be grown up. You know, that's how long she's been watching over this orb. So from the perspective of that, seeing something which represents, it's probably one of the most holy relics in Pelor's religion, right before, if not the, because it does literally contain his blood. Seeing that before him has got to be rather terrifying. In the same way as, like, Sauron seeing Anduril. You know, it's like, oh, that's really bad. I don't like being near this. And at the same time, alright, I'm going to play it as that is why Eve is hesitating. She knows there is nothing wrong with her taking this, because her mother is a high priestess of Pelor. She's taken down all the defenses, so this thing is now exposed, and once she is done with it, she will return it to her mother for safekeeping. And if Ayla's like, why the hell do you have this? She'll be like, I found it in a decrepit monastery with like broken defenses, and retrieving it and bringing it to you was the safest possible thing I could do. I think any DM would accept that. So in light of that, no pun intended, I would say that the reason Eve is so hesitant is because her patron is afraid of it. And the reason I am so hesitant, me as a player, is because I'm worried the game will still punish me for doing it. Because as far as it's concerned, it's an evil thing to do. You can't possibly justify it, like a bad DM. What I'm going to do then is I'm going to save, and then I'm going to try it, and if it turns out that it's going to be a bad DM, I will reload. But if it can be justified in-game, if it can work like a good DM, then I will continue it. Take the mace anyway. What's the worst that could happen? Because I really want to do this. It fits the character too well to not take it. Gale disapproves. Oh, a door. Oh. 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 Oh, no. Yeah, that's pointed. That's pointed inwards. This is the thing that I was talking about ages ago.
Everything is in motion. All within these walls are doomed to destruction unless you act.
Okay. Oh, got an achievement apparently.
I'll get them free. You find a way out of here.
The Blood of Lathander. tell me about this. The Blood of Lathander. A legendary mace. Is this my first legendary weapon? Lathander's Blessing. Once per long rest... Pelor. Once per long rest, when your hit points are reduced to 0, you regain 2 to 12. Allies within 30 feet also regain 1 to 6. Sheds holy light in a 20-foot radius. In combat, fiends and undead standing in the light are blinded unless they succeed a con saving throw. It is a weapon plus 3, Sunbeam, Invocation 6, Radiant. Oh my god! Well, I guess this is Shadowheart's new weapon. And why do I have a backpack? Where did this come from? That was not here last time I looked. So, escape the creche or disarm the device. Lathandar's Solar Machine. Piercing resistance, necrotic, radiant. With 30 hit points each. That thing in the middle is not a thing I can attack. Okay, well, I guess I shooty. Yeah? Well, that did fuck all. I've got, 4 turns. Well, Kresh might be dead, mate. Hi. Shooty. And shooty. I think we're fucked, mate. I really, really think we are. What can I do? Yeah? Level 5? Sure? Yeah, level 5 magic missile. That did 20 damage. That is not enough, guys. This is... I mean, in one turn, we've done 2/3 of 2 of them. That's not terrible. How much damage do you do? 6 to 15. Yeah, double it. Nice. Oh, wow. That was a lot more damage than I thought. Okay. 1 down. So we're ahead of the time. I've got to... If there are just the 4 of these, and that's all I have to do, then I am ahead of the curve. Okay, next. Double blasty. Bloody hell, Eve. I mean, it's hard to feel like maybe this is her patron being like, fucking hell, yeah, just take all the power, you need to destroy this ASAP. But maybe it's just Eve. Maybe it's like righteous power rather than unrighteous power, you know? Yeah, I think we got this, guys.
Yes.
Yes. And then a level 4. Oh, alright. Go closer.
It shall be done.
Why did he say... Didn't Eve say something like, get me out of this? I sort of assumed this was some sort of force field or whatever, but he's just walked straight through it. Alright. That's so underwhelming. Also, I fucking missed. I apparently clicked this instead of the whatever. Eve, do you want to finish it off?
Alright, what now?
I said finish it off. Target's too far.
If not over, then through.
Yeah, okay. Apparently she wasn't trapped by anything. Thanks, guys. Appreciated. We good? I think we're good. Alright, I was really, like, if it was going to be a punishment, I was expecting it to be a divine retribution.
That could have gone terribly.
I know.
I didn't claw my way out of Avernus to go out in a pile of rubble.
Yeah.
We'll be more cautious in future. Probably. Maybe.
I don't know why you're complaining, guys. Seriously. That went really well. I was expecting divine retribution, not not an artificial machine designed to be, what, a super weapon? A WMD, essentially? A magic-powered WMD is what that was. And then it's just like, oh yes, because that was the thing that they talked about ages ago that was like, oh, you could use this to fight off attackers. And then they I don't think they actually did fire it, or they did fire, I don't remember. And I theorized I could use it to destroy the creche. So I guess I could have. But that felt a lot more like, I don't know, setting off a nuke inside the building rather than a targeted attack. But definitely not the divine retribution I was expecting. Alright, Lae'zel. Oh, you have a cloak already. I didn't realise you had a cloak already. Okay, definitely Gale gets this then. I mean, it's not useful for him, but I'm going to colour it. There. It's not the best look, frankly. It's not a good cloak for dyeing. Just the colours come out a bit dark and dull, basically. But it will do. Let's see. It is higher damage. I mean, it should be much higher than that. Why is that still only a 9? Oh, because that does additional radiant. I see. Yeah, I think the +3 is better. The Lathander's Light, the Blessing, and the Sunbeam are all make it better. However, this is where Eve has to make an actual judgment call. Does she trust Shadowheart to wield one of the most holy artifacts in the religion of Pelor? And at the moment, no, she does not. Because her dedication to Shah, and admittedly, she is evidently doubting it, but not enough yet. And unless she turns away from Shah, Eve cannot in good conscience, hand her this weapon to wield. So Eve is going to hold on to it for now. And I think that is all I can do before going into the Shadowfell. I think I'm finally ready. Because I have looked up these, and apparently you cannot do them before the Shadowfell. So I wish it would communicate this stuff a little better, and I really hope that when I click the Shadowfell, it doesn't say, oh, you know, there are some quests you might not be able to complete, because I will be peeved if it does, because that will be incredibly misleading. So I guess we're going in. But that is where I shall be leaving it for today. Thank you very much for watching. I'll be back with more Baldur's Gate 3 soon. Subscribe for more board games, card games, miniatures, and TTRPGs kind of like this. And I will catch you later.